Hi everybody, I hope you're well. People always tell us, be in touch with your body, listen to its messages. But it's not as an easy task as we think it is, because the body has got memories, hasn't it? The body has got emotions. The body has got things that we haven't dealt with. So sometimes when we're listening to the message of the body, we might be influenced by our own emotions. We might be influenced by our own fears. The body is a little bit like the frontier between the external world and what we can say the inner world, or your inner truth, let's say, or your spiritual self, or your soul, however you want to call it, it doesn't matter. So the body is this frontier between the external and the internal, and so it has got the potential of having the information that we need to make the right choices in our life. It's got the information that we need to see what is really going on in a situation. It's got the information to see whether something is right for us or not. So listening to the body is actually vital. But before listening to it and learning its messages, we need to connect with it on a very deep level. So how can we learn to connect to our body on a daily basis? So one of the first things is to take times every day in our life and stop whatever we're doing, or lie down or sit and see, how do I feel in my body? I breathe in and I breathe out. Okay, as we're doing this regularly, we build a relationship with the body. You know, just like when you've got a friend, you need to listen to your friend every now and again, otherwise you can't build a relationship with him or her. With the body, it's the same. The more we breathe in and we breathe out, because the breath is also the link between the external air and the internal air. It's also the breath. We can also say it's the breath. It's a spiritual breath. So doesn't matter what are your beliefs, but what I'm trying to say is that whatever is linked with the internal and external has got the power to bring us back into balance. So the body, by breathing in and out more regularly, by listening, how do I feel, just without analyzing. That is the point. We will sometimes just not analyze, just build that relationship. The other way to build a relationship with the body, remember the body, we're made of water, aren't we? We're made primarily of water. So that means that the more we are fluid, the more we move in a more fluid way, the more the body feels free to give us the right messages. And fluidity is by, let's say, every morning, and when you're going to grab your cup of tea or coffee, you breathe in and you breathe out, and you make some just gentle movements to grab your cup of tea or coffee. It's really basic, but I invite you to try this, just to breathe in and out and move just a little bit your arms in a fluid way. And fluidity is what you believe is fluidity, what you feel is fluidity. It's not copying me or looking at anybody else on the internet who says this is what fluidity is, because depending on how much your body is, how much memories are inside your body, how much you're used to moving or not, fluidity will be very different for each one of us. So taking times in our day to bring in some fluid movements, and then the body will start kind of acknowledging that we are building this relationship. And then obviously the third step as we're building this relationship is to kind of give it a space and time. And how do we give the body space and time is maybe before you sleep, is to kind of breathe in and breathe out and let the body know that, you know, I am listening to you. And this is how we are building this relationship. And as we go on, we will start, possibly, one of the things that can happen is the body will start talking to us, and sometimes in ways that we didn't think it would. So sometimes it can be that we start feeling some pains that we thought were not there, and we might say, oh, I shouldn't have done this because now I'm feeling pain. Before I wasn't feeling pain, but this pain was always there. It came out, or came up, so that you can address it. So and this is also how as we go on, we can build more on our intuition. I don't know how to say this very well in English, I'm sorry. You know, when we say we are intuitive people, because the body can really give you many messages. Do watch the series on how to start your spiritual journey. I give a few examples, especially the third video. We do a little experiment together. So this is the point about how you can learn to be more in touch with the feelings in your body, and let the body speak to you. Of course, without being too fearful, because sometimes when the body feels that you're listening, it might just suddenly, say, wow, I don't like where I'm living. It might start giving you some messages where you're like, okay, what do I do now? But if the messages come up in a way and you feel the physical sensations in your body, you can take steps at a time to change whatever there needs to be in your life. It doesn't mean that we have to act upon it at this very second. So I hope this is helpful for you. Please like the video, put a little comment if you want to, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell. And if you need a one-to-one session with me, the link is in the description box. Wishing you the best with whatever you're going through at the moment and whatever you're trying to put in place. See you soon.